Alright, so I'm back in this game and we're gonna continue because I couldn't finish it last thing, so Ooh, that was a risky move, but hey, it paid off in the end. I don't know what I was doing there. My memory's as long as a goldfish. Yippee. Ah. This is getting a little bit annoying, but whatever. Damn it. Whoop. That's not the way I should go then. Okay. I hate that stupid rock in the middle of the path there. Really annoying. not even real. What? I wouldn't be surprised if Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream uses this as one of his torture methods. Seems like something he would do. I love that book. And the game based on it. Not because it's necessarily a fun, happy story, but because, you know, looking at what we're doing right now in real life, it kind of feels like there's a correlation somewhere. Plus, it's just a great, like, concept for a story anyway. And Am is a great villain. Even though he's not a misunderstood villain like many of them today, he's still a great villain. Just because a villain is pure evil doesn't mean that there have to be like a misunderstood villain. No, I guess that makes sense. Just because a villain is a villain doesn't mean that they have to have some goal or whatever. Nowadays, all I see in media is misunderstood villain after another, twisted villains and stuff like that, who are after their own agenda. What happened to villains just being villains because they're evil? Greed is its own reason for doing things. People can be corrupted by greed. We don't need to have a reason, like a full depth backstory that says, oh, but actually they were tragically misunderstood, or they wanted to do something greater, so they did blah 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 blah. No. They probably weren't misunderstood, they probably were completely stood or understood. My point is, when it comes to it, perfect villain doesn't have to be this, oh, sad guy because, oh, he had a goal and it was actually very good, blah blah blah. I feel like the perfect representation of that is Thanos. Thanos from the comics and Thanos from the movies are two different characters. Thanos from the movies is deep, like, hypothetical, like, oh, what if the world runs out of resources? How do I fix this? Blah, blah, blah. Thanos in the comics is just a fucking murderer who wants to do nothing more than kill and maim and destroy. The Becky loves that stuff. They are not the same character. In fact, they're quite the opposite in a lot of ways. I can just get past hell, I can get. Alright, and then there's also, a lot of other characters that they just kind of ruin the whole thing. And I can appreciate a good twist villain, don't get me wrong. A twist villain is a great, like, slowly hinted at over the movie. Twist villains can be done right, in my opinion. But, most of the time, they're done horribly wrong. Sometimes it's just because, oh, hey, the twist villain was, like, there's no reason for them to be a twist villain. Like in Zootopia case, like, seriously, what that? The villain of the movie was just a random character that no one really liked. Seriously? A good twist villain should have an impact on the movie, like, an impact on the story. Say, for instance, it's a movie trilogy, and the big boss of this movie trilogy, no one knows who they are. And over the time, these friends, like this group of friends, get to fight blah 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 evil, slowly gaining each other's trust, going through hard different trials, you know, because they're not perfect, but they try their best. And then it turns out that one of them, a trusted ally since the very beginning of the movie series, was actually the one behind it all, tricking the other two. That would be a great twist villain. You know? Because it would be hyped up. Maybe sprinkle a few hints here and there. Nothing impossible. The next thing is going to be, oh hey, sometimes it's too much. Like, I know it's going to be a twist villain, and I know the prime candidate for twist villain is, and it's that person. It's like, no duh. Say, for instance, the one guy who's been kind of scheming in the background the entire time. Surely he can't be a twist villain, can he? Oh, right, he is. The point still stands that twist villains, they need to be kind of built up over the movie. Make them look like someone they're not. But don't kind of change their personality. Make them still feel like the same character, just a bit different. That's how you do the good twist villain. And as for pure evil villains, they can be done very well. Like, recently, my favorite example is Jack Horner from, the fucking, what is it? The goddamn movie. This movie, yeah. He had only one goal, and that was to take all the power, because he was a greedy, selfish little guy. And you know, that makes sense. Not everyone's going to use their abilities and powers for good. The same thing applies to twist villains. They always use their powers for evil. And that's not to say that the main characters can't help the twist villains, especially if the twist villains have some kind of aligning goal, or the evil villains. It's not like the main characters and the evil villains can stay separate characters. Like, obviously there can be that kind of thing, but at the same time, if they have a goal that they both need, they could be forced to work together, and that could maybe push them to having a redemption arc. You know, aka what a good redemption story is. And not just, oh hey, Dad changed your heart, now they're good. And also, the whole movie idea of, oh hey, strong independent women, even though they don't really show strong independent women. I mean, like, sure, but yeah, no. I mean, like, the entire idea behind Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel and those characters in Marvel, you know, is that, oh hey, they're so awesome, but nobody can see them for how awesome they are, instead of them being actually awesome characters. You know? To build someone strong and independent, you gotta get some, like, foundation. Don't make them seem like that they don't need anyone else, because everyone needs someone else. Make them realistic. Not just some kind of like, oh, hey, she doesn't need help, so she's, you know, perfect. That's not how things work. No one's perfect. Sorry if anyone thinks they are, but no one is perfect. And characters are always, like, they're always say, oh, hey, this guy's perfect, and she blah, 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 blah. But no, they're not perfect. And I think that's why they're imperfect, is because writers try to make every character nowadays a perfect example of a good person, but no, they're not perfect. There can be, that's how you have the conflict of a story, is the fact that the main character isn't perfect, that they can't fix every problem. But nowadays, writers are too afraid to actually implement this stuff. And most of the time, the men are the people that are put under the bus, which makes the women characters, you know, less 3D and more kind of flat and 2D. They feel more like a caricature of what a good character is, rather than an actual good character. Alright, and also the self-actualization whole debacle as well. I've heard a lot about that. How self-actualization is bad nowadays, and I really can say it is. Self-actualization is realizing one's own flaws and working towards fixing them, and or getting better. But for some reason, people always present self-actualization as, hey, you were awesome the entire time, but you just didn't realize it. Or I guess everyone else didn't realize it, or whatever. I don't know. I saw a YouTuber I actually follow say this kind of thing, and yeah, I can definitely see that in a lot of movies nowadays, where the main characters are just kind of, like, they don't have what they used to. My point still stands that to make a good character, you need the correct recipe. You can't just go in and say, oh hey, they're the perfect person, and everyone else is just dumb. That's not how that, you know, it's not how that works. Look at Thor. I think, even though I didn't really like Thor: Love and Thunder as much as the other movies, Thor's whole character arc is realizing that he's not a perfect character. They're flawed. And fundamentally so. Which makes him one of my favorites in all, you know, like the Marvel Universe and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know how to do this properly. get the idea. Or what about Loki? I think the reason people love Loki is because that's his whole thing. Is realizing that he is flawed. That's his whole character arc from the Loki show. I know it can be hard to accept sometimes. Characters aren't perfect. Nobody is. Even characters that are so-called perfect have imperfections that nobody wants to talk about because they want them to seem perfect. Because for some reason they are, or something. I think another kind of role that I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about is the comic relief. And how, you know, comic relief can actually have serious parts to the story. Just because a character is funny doesn't mean that they can't have their own messages and, you know, goals and aspirations. I think one of the funniest things I think one of the greatest things that a movie has ever done is when a silly character has serious reasons for being silly. I'm thinking of One Piece here, and if you know who I'm talking about, you know. When there's a reason behind the facade of being this cheerful and happy person, but in reality they're not. They're suffering through something bad, or someone they love is suffering. You know what? Screw this, I'm just cheating. I can't do it. Looks like it failed. Eh. Whoa, okay. Hey. I definitely could have done this if I had actually gotten here. To be fair, I already played this map once, and I'm just kind of here to re-experience the entire thing. What is this? I forgot they added like little guys here. I was nowhere near the ending. Huh.
Core drill sets nearby. Continuing to explore forward, will activate forward support teleportation on all TFA 1541 suits. Your suit is nearing the maximum temperature it can withstand. Please proceed with caution.
Okay. Well, let's go back into adventure mode now. I just couldn't do it. I was running out of time.
Please wait for the airlock to cycle. Please wait for the airlock to cycle.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're right, this guy.
Are you real? I can't believe my eyes. I've waited so long for this. So long. I have yearned for this moment and it has finally come. I don't know what to say. What? Oh, I'm sorry, you must be surprised. I'm still alive after all this time. I don't even know how long it's been since Dr. Minowski left my side. Well, after we ran out of actual food, we had to train our stomachs to survive off the drill itself. Which didn't taste so
Crazy.
bad. After a while, that is. And you know, I always thought the guy was a little bit fishy, but really, I thank the heavens that Minowski brought his 5,000-page annotated hardback of Dr. Wolf's motivational philosophies.
Yeah.
The pictures certainly added a refreshing taste to the diet every so often. Minowski. Poor Minowski. Where did you go, Minowski? Oh, I just noticed. Those suits. They were working on prototypes for those suits for years, but these look completely different. Really modernized. I must have been downhill for too long. Wow. When I was still surface, the wings were only a dream. I had no idea they'd be able to make them a reality. Would you mind if I had a look? Just, try it on. For Minowski's sake. Oh, Minowski.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
This is great.
Bad idea.
So perfect. Such mastercraft. Oh, it feels so comfortable.
Yeah, okay.
If
weirdo.
only Minowski was here to see it. Don't worry, Minowski. I will avenge you. You
Anyway.
see, that core stared at us all day, every day, slowly reaching into our souls and crippling us. Then, after a while, we began to notice. They came to the core one by one. They started off just taking small pieces of it, like crumbs. Then they came with their massive platters and began carving juicy 10-ounce slices of it.
Weirdo.
So before it could get any worse, we built a cannon into the side of the drill. A cannon to fight off those darn evil tunnel pirates before they could eat up all the core. It's not theirs, it's mine. Mine and Minowski's, of course. Right, this is it. We will not witness our mother of crops being robbed ever again, because this time I am going in. Minowski, this is for you. Curses to the tunnel pirates. I will stop them once and for all. With
Okay.
this brand new suit,
get
nothing will be able to stop me.
This is what happens when you give schizophrenic
It's a
people
blessing.
guns.
It's a dream come true. It's everything I've
Well, technically it's not a gun, but it would happen the same way, but...
I finally get to taste it.
Warning. External temperature rising at abnormal rate.
Oh, shit.
Warning. Ore drill integrity critical. Warning. Ore drill integrity critical.
Well, that's not good. Well, folks, we tried and failed. Yes. I was Terrace with Force, and I'm tired. Let's just get rid of this now. Delete. Delete. Well, that's all for now.